Mewtwo firing the Psystrike. Marowak puts up a shield. They are going to look to return fire. Probably with a Bone Club, but let's not kid ourselves. Mewtwo needs to shield absolutely everything they go. For the more expensive Shadow Bone, they come in to Whimsicott. They're already down one shield. Do they want to commit the final shield? They do not. And as you can see, the neutral Psystrike nearly a one-shot. Holy smoke, Shadow Mewtwo in the Great League made of absolute paper. This one is only single move, but Mewtwo does not give a crap about typings. It is going to hit everything for huge damage. So welcome back to the home of Shadow Pokemon. Today, we have a double Shadow showcase with Shadow Pinsir. We've seen a few times on the channel already, gaining popularity, Shadow Mewtwo, and we've actually got a Mew. So I have recently said that I would like to do more shoutcasts. So they don't have to be triple shadow teams. If you're running one or two shadows with some spicy picks, get the battle submissions in and I will do my best to shoutcast. And without any further ado, let's get into the battles. And in game one, we pick up Dewgong in the lead. Superpower is going to hit. 4 big, super effective damage. Lord everything goes straight for the superpower. Dewgong respects it with a shield. Let's see if we're going to commit a shield. We are. Are we going to look to outpace to the second superpower? Superpower does debuff us, so we do now make a switch out into Mew. The opponent is looking to debuff us with an Icy Wind Mew. Not the bulkiest, but does tank the Icy Wind. The opponent now switches out into Hypno. We are debuffed, so we're going straight for the hard-hitting Overheat. Overheat, even debuff, lands for big damage. We don't commit to the second Overheat. We're looking to chip him with a Surf. Surf gets Hypnos. Final shield. Let's see what the opponent is going to do. They bottle the farm down, so this is best case scenario for us. Can we come in with Pinsir? Commit to the Fury Cutter down? We cannot. We are going to have to shield up the Fire Punch. Fire Punch would probably take out Pinsir and all its family, and no one wants to see Pinsir familyless, so we do commit to the Fury Cutter down. They come in to a fire type and we're going straight for the superpower. Superpower lands on Marowak for a decent amount of damage, despite it being resisted. Back out comes Dewgong, and it's going to be high Dewgong by Dewgong. Mewtwo absolutely obliterates it. One shot on it, back out comes Marowak Psystrike. Likewise is only neutral, but you already know it's going to be high Marowak by Marowak. GG's, and thanks for playing. So I think just from game one, you can see the theme of the video when shields are down, Shadow Mewtwo goes for town. You can see Lord Everything's trainer name on the screen, and I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that. So apologies, we are going to go with Lord Everything for the video. Getting into battle number 2, we see Cresselia in the lead. X-scissor and Fury Cutter are both hitting for super effective. The first X-scissor and the Fury Cutters, despite being a pretty garbage move, get this Cresselia into the yellow. The opponent switches out into Blastoise, and Pinsir still not done. Lands the superpower for huge damage. We now switch out into our Mewtwo, and it looks like we are going to attempt a very aggressive Psycho Cut farm down. We have to shield up, but Mewtwo is now absolutely loaded. Back out comes the Cresselia. Psystrike is resisted. Mewtwo doesn't give a shit about typings. It does land for big resisted damage. One more Psycho Cut takes him out, and in the back it is Machamp, and holy smokes, this Machamp is about to get cooked. First Psystrike draws the shield. Mewtwo survives the counter, fires off Psystrike. Number 2, Machamp now shields down. We bring in the Mew. We look to catch a charge move on our Pinsir. We are unsuccessful, but we do make the X-scissor. X-scissor is resisted, but Machamp not the bulkiest. They are now deep in the red, and it's a CMP tie. Best case scenario for Lord Everything. Cross chop resisted. Takes care of Pinsir. This is not a payback, so Mew is going to survive. It's just the rock side, and we commit to the Shadow Claw farm down, and that is all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on into battle number 3, we lead Pinsir into Alolan Marowak. You absolutely hate to see it. Alolan Marowak probably can do pretty well against the entirety of our team. We switch out into Shadow Mewtwo. Mewtwo goes straight for the Psystrike. Psystrike draws a shield from Marowak. The opponent is going to return fire. It's probably just a Bone Club. We need to shield absolutely everything. They actually go for the Shadow Bone and make a switch out into Whimsicott. Whimsicott down one shield. Do they respect the Psystrike damage? They do not. And holy smokes, neutral Psystrike near one shots a couple of Fury Cutters, takes them out. Back out comes the Marowak. Fire is super effective. They resist absolutely everything, but for some strange reason the opponent shields up. The X-scissor, we now make a switch out into Mew. We've already seen the opponent's thrown the Shadow Bone. The opponent doesn't bait, goes for another Shadow Bone. We go for a very nice overfarm. We fire off the Surf before they can make one more charge move. Surf does take him out, and in the back it is the Pancake Bot the Unova variant. They take super effective from Surf first Surf. Does a decent amount of damage. Mew pretty squishy, but even a discharge will not knock out. They go for the Mud Bomb. We now get to one more Surf, but is Surf going to be enough to knock out? No, it's not, but they are pretty low. We snipe with Pinsir, and that, once again, is a good game. GG's, and thanks for playing. Lord Everything off to a very impressive 3-0 start heading into battle number 4. We lead Shadow Pinsir into Skarmory. Not really what we are looking for. We make an immediate switch into Mewtwo. Mewtwo with only Side Strike. Really not going to appreciate this matchup either. We are going to shield up the Sky Attack. We throw one more Psycho Cut and the Side Strike. Great move timing from Lord Everything. The opponent shields it up, which is a bit of a surprise. Maybe they were fearful of a Flamethrower or Thunderbolt. Mewtwo, an absolute box of tricks. We fire off one more Side Strike and the opponent has double shielded. So they are shields down. We come in to our Mew. We commit our final shield. On the Sky Attack, Mew is going to have to make the overheat to knock this thing out before they make one more charge move. Lord Everything goes straight for the overheat, and it's going to be high Skarmory. By Skarmory, they get absolutely obliterated. They now come in to a Victini. Rocking Confusion, a very questionable play, as Shadow Claws are hitting for super effective, as is the Surf. We now dip out to reset our debuff into Pinsir. Pinsir is going to get absolutely nuked by a V-Create. We come back in to the Mew. Can we commit to the Shadow Claw farm down? Yes, we can. And in the back, it's Victory Bell. Holy smokes, Victory Bell. Get fucking wrecked. Overheat. One-shots Victory Bell. And that is all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. Holy smokes, what an incredible team comp from Lord Everything. We are seeing some Pokemon get absolutely nuked. Moving on into the next battle, we see Trevenant in the lead. Fury Cutter and x-scissor is neutral due to grass taking super effective and ghost resisting, but holy smokes, x-scissor, despite being a pretty trash move, lands on Trevenant for big damage. The opponent baits us with a Seed Bomb. We look to commit to the Fury Cutter farm down. We don't make it, so we do throw one more x-scissor, and Trevenant just allows itself to go down. They can now switch out into Altaria, and here comes the absolute nuke monster known as Shadow Mewtwo. We go straight for the Side Strike, and of course, Altaria shits its pants and shields it up. Lord Everything deploys his final Protect Shield, not wanting Mewtwo to go down just yet. Dragon Breath absolutely tearing apart Shadow Mewtwo, but we do make one more Side Strike that gets the final shield from Altaria, and we are sitting in a pretty tricky spot. We just have Pinsir left as nothing more than a sacrificial swap and Mew with no Protect Shields. This moveset can only hit Altaria for resisted Sky Attack lands for big damage. We don't even know what the opponent has. In the back, Lord Everything goes straight for the hard hitting resisted overheat. It doesn't quite one-shot Altaria. We now make an absolutely insane catch, catching the Sky Attack on Pinsir. As I said, nothing more than a sacrificial swap. We commit to the Shadow Claw farm down. In the back is Alolan Ninetales. One charm takes us out. If we had just one more HP left, we could have absolutely obliterated that stupid fairy. Holy smokes, that was a close game. Huge shout out to Lord Everything for the battle submission. That was absolutely incredible. I've never seen so many Hail Marys thrown and landed. That was so much fun to shoutcast. So as I said in the intro, I am looking to do some more battle submissions / shoutcasts in the future. So if you are interested in having your battles featured on the channel, if you go check my community tab out, I have put my email address. You just got to upload the battles to Google Drive, share them with myself, and I'll do my best to get you featured on the channel. So if you're enjoying the content, smash that like button. If you're new, consider subscribing, and I will see you all in the next one.